Ruth Busia Edyambo Odinga was born on February 28, 1963, in Kisumu, Kenya, into one of the country's most influential political families. She's the daughter of the late Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, Kenya's first vice president, and one of his 4 wives. Ruth grew up surrounded by the legacy of political leadership and activism that defined the Odinga family. She's the sister of several prominent figures in Kenya's political landscape. Her eldest brother, Dr. Oburu Oginga, currently serves as the senator for Siaya County. She was also the sister of the late Raila Amolo Odinga, Kenya's former prime minister and a towering figure in national politics, who passed away in October 2025. Ruth is also the aunt of Rosemary Odinga and Winnie Odinga, both of whom have followed in the family's public service footsteps. Growing up in Kisumu, Ruth experienced a childhood deeply intertwined with Kenya's political evolution. Even as a young girl, she showed signs of leadership and courage. She was one of the first African students to be admitted to the formerly white-only Victoria Primary School, an early symbol of progress in post-colonial Kenya. Her boldness often surfaced during her student years, as she openly spoke up for students' rights, a trait that her father reportedly disapproved of, fearing it mirrored his own confrontational spirit in politics. At the age of 16, Ruth's life took a dramatic turn. Due to political tensions surrounding her family, she secretly left Kenya to Zimbabwe to continue her education at Mutare Girls High School, where she completed her A-levels in 1983. Her academic journey was both diverse and international. Ruth began her education at Xaverian Primary School in Kisumu, earning her Certificate of Primary Education in 1973. She later attended the Kenya High School, where she obtained her East African Advanced Certificate of Education, EACS, in 1981. Her pursuit of knowledge took her beyond Africa, to Norway, where she attended the University of Oslo. There, she completed a degree in social science in 1985, followed by a postgraduate certificate in development studies in 1989. Ruth Odinga's professional path spans education, the private sector, and politics, each stage reflecting her dedication to service and leadership. Her early career began in education, where she worked as the head of the geography department at a high school in Gambia between 1992 and 1995. Her teaching years helped sharpen her skills in management and social development, paving the way for her later administrative roles. From 1998 to 2002, Ruth worked as a development officer in London before returning to Kenya to join the private sector. She became Managing Director and Director of Sales and Marketing at Petro Plus Africa between 2002 and 2005. Later, from 2005 to 2013, she held senior roles at Spectra International Limited, a family-owned company, where she served as Managing Director, Director of Sales, Marketing and CSR, and Chief Executive Officer. Her entry into politics came in 2013 when she was elected Deputy Governor of Kisumu County, serving under Governor Jack Ranguma until 2017. During her tenure, she became a strong advocate for women's empowerment and co-founded the Kenya Network of Women Governors, KWOG. Following her term, she continued to serve Kisumu County as a senior advisor to the governor and director of special programs and disaster management from 2017 to 2022. In 2022, she was elected as the women's representative for Kisumu County, continuing her family's political legacy while carving her own distinct path. Ruth Odinga maintains a private personal life, and little is publicly known about her relationships or family. In 2017, reports surfaced about a former spouse named Nana Busia, who was deported to Ghana, though details about their marriage remain unclear. Unverified social media posts from 2025 suggested she might be married with children, but these claims have never been officially confirmed. Despite the privacy surrounding her romantic life, Ruth has spoken openly about her long-standing friendship with former President Uhuru Kenyatta, describing him as a very personal friend, despite their differing political affiliations. Although Ruth Odinga has not publicly declared her net worth, her financial standing can be estimated through her parliamentary salary and family holdings. As of 2025, a Kenyan member of parliament's gross salary stands at approximately Kenya shillings 739,600 per month, excluding various allowances such as housing, mileage, car maintenance, and airtime. Her family's collective wealth, according to previous estimates by her late brother Raila Odinga, was valued at around Kenya shillings 2 billion, largely tied to business investment and real estate. Ruth herself has held key executive roles in Spectre International Limited, a family-owned company that ceased operations in 2017. Beyond business, she has also championed major development initiatives, including overseeing a Kenya shillings 330 million strategic plan for Kisumu County through the National Government Affirmative Action Fund, NGAAF, aimed at boosting local economic growth. As a member of Kenya's most politically recognized family, Ruth Odinga's career has not been without controversy. In 2017, she was arrested alongside Kisumu Senator Fred Olta during anti-government protests, facing charges of incitement to violence, malicious damage to property, and obstructing election officials. She and Olta briefly went into hiding before surrendering to the authorities, though the charges were later dropped. 2 years later, in 2019, she again faced public criticism for allegedly disrupting an election training session in Kisumu. Her opponents have often accused her of benefiting from her family's political influence, labeling the Odinga clan as a political dynasty. Some even warned that the family's dominance could create an Odinga fiefdom. Ruth has consistently dismissed these claims, asserting that she deserves to be judged by her own work and leadership. During her time as deputy governor, Ruth also had a public falling out with then Governor Jack Ranguma, leading to a strained working relationship and division within county leadership. Despite these challenges, she continued to focus on grassroots development and women's empowerment. In September 2025, Ruth once again made headlines after openly criticizing her late brother, Raila Odinga, for intervening in the impeachment process of Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja. She argued that Raila's move undermined the oversight role of Nairobi's County Assembly, a rare public disagreement within the Odinga family. Ruth Busia Adhiambo Odinga stands as a symbol of resilience, independence, and leadership in Kenyan politics. From her early defiance as a student to her roles in government and business, she has continually pushed boundaries in spaces historically dominated by men. Despite controversies and public scrutiny, she remains a vocal advocate for justice, equality, and the empowerment of women, not just as an Odinga, but as a leader in her own right.